call this meeting to order. We have quite a lot of things to get through, and it is a truncated schedule, so if people could take their seats, it would be much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. We will begin this morning with a brief welcome from me and from Chris. If you have a few words, we will want to go around the table to take the roll call, and we will have some housekeeping announcements. So, Chris, were there brief words of wisdom to start before we head round on roll call?
I'll leave it to you to decide on the wisdom part. I would just like to say how honored I am to be nominated as chair of this committee, and it does really important work. We feel humble in front of the patient groups that turn up to listen to us speak, and we will do our best to serve the CFS population. I really am excited about this coming year. There's a lot of great developments in the field that I hope that CFSAC can help push forward. So welcome and thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. I will go through the roll for the record. I will note that we do have 5 new members joining us this morning. We have a 6th member who will take office in July when Jason Newfield rotates off, and that member will be then, he's here as a special expert, and will be sworn in this summer and participating in subcommittee meetings as needed moving forward. But we were very pleased to be able to, very last minute, these new members will attest to the fact that they had like 2 weeks to get everything done. Paperwork in so that they could be at the meeting today and announced. So in calling the roll, let me just start. Christopher Snell.
Present.
Dane Cook. Present. He's a new member. Ron Glazer. Here. Arthur Hartz. Here. Eileen Holderman. Here. Also a new member. Michael Houghton. Did I get that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. A new member. Leonard Jason. Here. Nancy Klimas. Susan Levine, here. Also a new member. Galen Marshall, here. New member. And Jason Newfield. Here. Let me just call the ex officios for the record as well. Mike Miller.
Here.
Mark Cavalier-Cole.
Here.
Deborah Willis-Fillinger. Here. Eleanor Hanna. Here. Cheryl Williams has a substitute who is, yes, Kevin Palmer. And Mike O'Connor. Here. And we have joining us again as special expert, but depending on charter deliberations, the committee has requested many times that AHRQ, the Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality, join among the ex officios. So again, in a special expert capacity, Christine Williams joining us from AHRQ, and she's here. Very good. Thank you. Now, it's my distinct pleasure, housekeeping, I'm sorry, it's not always a distinct pleasure on housekeeping. You all were given your little red wristbands that identify you as guests of the government today. You are on the 8th floor. It's labeled PH on the elevator. That's not for public health. For some odd reason, that's penthouse. But we've met in this room before. It's very familiar to everyone. There are restrooms just outside the door, just by the registration table, and the cafeteria is just across more or less from the elevators. If you do need to leave the building, you will need to come back through the front entrance. Do not remove that red wristband, or you have to go through that process all over again. You will need to be escorted from downstairs back up here, downstairs. So we will have that table outside the door staffed throughout the day. If you need to leave for any reason, please be sure that you are escorted. That does keep all of us out of trouble and ensures that we can continue to use this room for this meeting as need be. In terms of really nice things that have happened to the advisory committee, Dr. Howard Koh has joined the department almost a year ago as the Assistant Secretary for Health. very early in his tenure, he heard about the Chronic Fatigue Syndrome Advisory Committee. Last fall, schedules did not permit him to come and interact with the committee, but he committed to spending time greeting the committee this morning and being much more engaged and recognizing one of the committee's continuing and expressed frustrations has been that the recommendations are developed and seem to go nowhere. And he wants to try to change that in his tenure. So we were able to get on his schedule as soon as we zeroed in on this day, and he's committed to be with us this morning for some brief opening remarks, a welcoming statement, and then, if time permits, should be a few moments left for some dialogue with the committee. So, Dr. Coe, I will turn the microphone to you, reminding everyone we are being webcast, and this